It's the newest stadium on the NFL landscape, and it might just be the grandest as you get a look at SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Kickoff for the Chargers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. For the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 27th, Wentz. Left side, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Reagor, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes these plays turn into basketball in a sense, with two guys going up for the football. Which guy's going to box the other away from it and grab it?
Yeah, I know you hear it a lot, but it's just the will to get it, right?
Oh, without a doubt. The will, as well as some really nice touch on the ball that was thrown.
And some talent, too. Joe Reed returning. Oh, a dangerous return and showing it here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. Back to throw here, Herbert. Double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Running with Kamara. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 22 and a 1st down. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. The man is Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
The 23-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Play action. Now Wentz. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Wentz to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Not that time for Watkins. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that That was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Wentz again. This short throw caught by Goddard, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, I mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you bring some doubt in their minds.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Second down, Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Oh, the return is Cohen. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
2nd and 2.
On play action, it's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. There he goes, Wentz. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now wins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Here comes Reed. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
42-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. They'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
6-yard line.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Alvin Kamara.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good.
From the site of Super Bowl 56, set to be contested this upcoming February, we are at the gorgeous new SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Chargers.
For Philadelphia,
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Here's Reed returning. Start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Herbert off of play action. His throw here's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long, an early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Offense will take over with a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Working from the gun, Wentz. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
16 yards, a 1st down. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Wentz connecting with his tight end, Goddard. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. play action. Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. Oh, the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complementary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. So you have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Herbert off the bootleg. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Kamara takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that.
Man open left side, it's Williams. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. His second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage, and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the receiver early. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And this will be incomplete.
incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
For the Charger field goal. A 55-yard attempt.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it on line, but it comes up about a rotation short. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Eagles 7, Chargers 0.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
At the 29-yard line.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles add on to their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Preston Henry is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take the ball out. That's right. They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Quez Watkins, the intended target. And it's second down.
Well, their first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They run. This is Cohen. Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That good for 22 and a first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down and goal. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Charger D making things difficult, and it's fourth down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Kamara, the ball.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the gun, Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
The true point there is they were able to connect. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
And at the 49-yard line.
Again, Herbert being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Wentz now on first down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here comes Cohen. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. First down, a run with Cohen. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
They're a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On second down now, it's Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front, they got to just pin their ears back and get after them now.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Henry. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for L.A. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
It's a pickup of 6.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
Down.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw is Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Wentz gets this to his running back, Joey Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Watkins, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
He'll fire deep for Rager, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Yard.
On play action, it's Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Rager, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Eagles 38, Chargers.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fielded just inside the 20. Gets past one man. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10.
32-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. All fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
Share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could hope for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, Kamara. A 3-yard pickup on second and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on third and a little more than a yard. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Chargers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. Now Kamara. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And they're working across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And they take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession.